This is the Ohio AgNet from the Voice You Know at the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF and Certain Corn Herbicide. Unleash residual power early to allow for pre- and post-application to attack weeds at their weakest. I'm Ty Higgins. On the new Ohio AgNet podcast, meet Taylor Dill. She's the new Director of Research with the Ohio Soybean Council. She talked to me about how her most recent stint with Extension helped her prepare for this new role.
I got to work in Extension in both North Carolina and in Ohio. Most states that grow soybeans have a soybean council or association. So even in my time in North Carolina, I got to interact with their soybean council. In Ohio, I also got to work a little bit with our soybean council. And a lot of our interaction was a lot of support of us getting word out there for research. And a lot of how Extension, I think, prepared me for this role is I got to learn how to talk to farmers. Now, I had some experience because my dad farms. Part of the fun is that I got to serve my dad as an extension educator. So sometimes the hardest advice to give is to your family. So I got to kind of learn how producers like to learn. And I got to do some of that during my PhD as well. And being able to kind of connect the dots of where their need is and how we can make a difference with research from their questions or their need. So I think Extension really set me up to be successful managing a research portfolio that'll help answer back farmers' questions. And maybe they're questions that aren't always agronomic in an answer, and they're more future thinking and long term. And I think it's good to manage both of those goals at the same time.
Also on the new podcast, Wayne County Extension's John Yost talks about new sheep programming to get farmers ready for 2026.
The first session is February 3rd, begins at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our first presenter that evening is going to be Dr. Brady Campbell, who is Ohio State's sheep specialist. The title of his presentation is going to be The Management Continuum, a calendar-based management of sheep. And he's going to go through a typical year in the management of sheep. What happens in October, November, each month, going to kind of go through and point out in a typical management situation, these are the normal activities that you would expect to be doing.
You can find the new podcast at ohioagnet.com, the audio version wherever you listen to podcasts, and there's a video version as well on Facebook and YouTube. Just search Ohio AgNet Podcast. Let's get a check of the forecast now, brought to you by Seed Consultants, simply better performance, online at seedconsultants.com. Here's Ryan Martin.
Light snow winds down as we approach and go past the sunset. I do think that we get a better dry day tomorrow, at least in the north. We have a secondary system that wants to come together over southern parts of Ohio tomorrow afternoon and evening. Got to watch that one. It could put down a couple of inches of snow pretty doggone easily from I-70 southward. Could be a mess to finish the day there. I'm Ryan Martin.
Ryan, thank you. Optimize your planter for every pass this season. Join Precision Agri-Services for their planter clinic coming up on Thursday in Minster. To learn more and RSVP, call 419-628-4167 or visit precisionagriservices.com. We'll get a check of the markets next on the Ohio AgNet.
Get ready to bid on the heavy equipment and vehicles you need in a Ritchie Brothers Midwest Regional event happening February 10th through 12th. Inventory is at Ritchie Brothers locations in Columbus, Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, Kansas City, and Lincoln, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of excavators, loaders, dump trucks, and truck tractors. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Columbus to sign up. rbauction.com/Columbus.
It's time for the Morton Buildings Building Value Days sales event running now through the end of February. Morton Buildings are built stronger, last longer, and look better. So if you're planning for a garage, farm shop, stall barn, a storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, or anything in between, act now. Our buildings are built to last, but these savings won't. Visit MortonBuildings.com or contact your local Morton office to take advantage of current savings on new buildings. Certain restrictions may apply. Offer valid only on select new building orders placed between January 5th and February 28th, 2026.
Welcome back to the Ohio AgNet. I'm Ty Higgins. Today's market analysis brought to you by Louis Dreyfus Company. Excited to bring a brand new soybean crush facility to Upper Sandusky. Learn more about marketing your soybeans with LDC at 574-566-2113. Friday's cattle inventory report, bearish for the corn market, showed that the number of all cattle and calves dropped 1% from a year ago. Rains are expected in Brazil over the next 7 days, while week 2 of the forecast has rains falling in Brazil and in Argentina. Cash cattle traded higher last week. That should provide support to futures. It's also a new month and may increase buying interest. And hog harvest remains very strong, indicates that demand for pork is strong. This will keep supplies from backing up across the country. This check of midday markets brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. March corn down 3 3/4 at midday, 424.5. May 432.5, down by 3 1/4. Soybeans for March down 5 3/4 at 1058.5. May 1051 1/4, down by 5 3/4 as well. And wheat for July down 8 1/4 at 547 1/2. Live cattle for February 238.82 up 297. April up 365 at 240.45. April feeders 365.02 up 675. Lean hogs for February 87.95 up 70 cents. April lean hogs up $1.87 at 97.02. For the Ohio AgNet, I'm Ty Higgins reporting. We'll see you down the road.